So now this is how far we got. You see, I brought in this thing. I should have brought it earlier inside, so you can see the further away that how it looks, and it reads okay. So now after you got all the big shape with a little bit of value that you can use and utilize that for the rest of the pictures, then now you're going in for the detail. So now I'm going in for the face. I do the eyes a little bit here and there. I'm not gonna go in, for the realistic on this one. I'm just gonna go kind of semi-realistic, sort of stylized a little bit. That's usually how I like it. I don't really like realistic that much because it's take away my chance to refine or make up my own imagination character and stuff like that. So now I'm refining the face, and you can use a reference for like a photograph of somebody's face and people's face, actor, actress, whatever. I usually sometime I'll use a reference if I'm looking for a particular lighting set and stuff like that. Just use it so I can borrow the light from that, and how would I draw this particular thing with a certain light. But on this one is very simple, and now after I finish drawing one eyes, I just copy that and paste it onto the other one. It's quicker that way every time I do concept, and I'll just like repaint over that. But usually I'll just the reference I usually practice on the reference, and when I design something, I'll just usually just come up with it on my own. Live drawing helps a lot. I usually go paint for like a 3-hour, 4-hour session of the live model, and you notice things that you don't usually notice from the reference, and you have to work quick because you have a limited time to work, and you notice the real lighting, and you have to squint to find a value, and it will help you a lot when you're trying to paint the imaginary or concept face that you can come up with, because you have the archive of how to paint face library in your head, and you know where the light should fall, you know what the eyes look like, you know how to paint the nose without drawing every single nostril and stuff. And the key is to not drawing, but trying to depict the light and shadow, mimic the light and shadow, and notice where the light hit and where the shadow fall, and make the value simple. Don't go all over the place. Like on this face, for instance, there's this value and that value, and the rest is kind of the same. I'll say on this face is probably have only like 3 or 4 value max. And so now I'm trying to the shin, the light on the face, the light usually hit like on the nose, and on top of the lips, and on the chin ball, and underneath the eye there will be a shadow. Underneath the nose there's a definitely, and on top of the lips it's a definite. Usually that's where the shadow would fall, but now I'm still keep working on it, but you'll see later of how it would turn out. So now I'm using a soft brush to blend in the skin color to make it a little softer, instead of leaving the harsh brush stroke on the female face, which won't be really nice unless you're looking for a particular style of like using brush. But now I'm just gonna blend in. I don't use what do you call a blend tool or a smear tool, because it just not really, it make it look smeary and desaturated. But I use a soft brush to put the color in and blend the color together. Just pick the color that's already exists and soft brush maybe 30 to 50% and kind of blend them in together instead of using the smear tool. So now I almost got out of face. but sometimes you should leave like hard edge there, like between there and there is kind of like a medium sort of edge, and that is a soft edge. Between that and that is a hard edge. So when I'm talking about edge, then that's what I meant, or most painter will meant. So now I decided to harden a little bit of an edge on the side of her face because it's look a little blurry, and I want her face to stand out more, and from the decoration on the face. So now I'm just going in and tweak the face. Take your time, and if there's no rush, just trying to make things as accurate as possible in the beginning stage. And on the detail stage, there's not much to do, but just correct and refine the drawing and make it as accurate and as it should be. And now I'm doing the overlay color because I feel that the face have a little less of a face and a little desaturated, so I put some color on her nose, some red, so it gives her a little more life. Like in most photographs, you probably won't see the redness of the nose and the redness around the eyes, because most of the time nowadays they Photoshop the photograph. But if you go for a real live drawing session and notice the real person that's sitting there, you will see that on the face of most models that I've seen, there's a variation of color within the face itself. There's all kinds of pigment, some green, some mostly like red, yellow, and pale. Even doesn't matter what skin color, you see the different range of color in the person's face. And now I decided I'm gonna pull her front bang a little longer, so I use one of my hairbrush, not really hairbrush, like a pencil brush. I use that to draw sometime. It's only like 5 or 6 brushes that I usually use on most illustration, unless it's like specialized something. So it's nothing special. So now I put her bang out, and I think I'm gonna make her face a little more prominent by adding some jewelry on the side, and it's got to be dark so that it contrasts with the face and the hair, so it makes her face stand out a little more. And now I'm going and refining the helmet, and the light source is coming from her left, which is from the viewer's right. So now I'm refining the shape of the helmet. I'm still trying to figure out what kind of shape do I want. Like sometimes I change my mind as I go, and I'll just look what's fit, and if I have a better idea at times I'll change things. And you have to keep zoom out or looking in this part over here to see if the value you painted on off, or if it's still in the range. Don't add any strange value in there. All this color that you already established, don't go overboard with it. Maybe you can go a little 30% darker or 30% lighter, but not much more. That would be my suggestion. And so now I got the face almost